Hey, what's up everyone? So this is another journal entry video just because I need it, just like the other video I made a few days ago. I'm not feeling so triggered to drink or use, but I am feeling pretty frustrated and angry about a potential upcoming situation, and so I just want to talk about my thoughts and feelings and kind of get it out there. So we got a new housemate last evening, which he seems like a really nice guy. I'm looking forward to having him in the house. And because of that, the housing manager so I talked about this before. I live in a recovery home. There's a local organization / treatment facility that runs this house. And so the housing manager was over here to UA him personally. I could have done it. I don't know why she was here, but whatever. So her and I were talking, and it sounds like pretty soon, maybe next month, this organization or treatment place is going to stop providing a lot of the common household supplies that we've been getting for the past 3.5 years, that whole time I've been here. And it's just, I don't know, like maybe I'm being entitled, but I feel it's pretty unfair. And the reason why I'm frustrated is because we have no transparency on where our rent is going. So to elaborate, well, each of us pays $500 a month. There's 6 of us total, including myself. So that's $3,000 of rent a month. And also this place, since it's a recovery home and it's like certified through the state or something like that, and the housing manager mentioned it also, they get some amount of funding for housing, which I don't know what she means by that because none of us have our rent paid. I don't know if it's subsidized. Maybe like if it wasn't, we'd have to pay more in rent. But either way, it sounds like they're getting some amount of money from the state or from some sort of private sector or private person that goes towards housing, and then we pay the $500 each on top of it. So I feel it's like pretty unfair, or like not right, that they're just gonna cut back on, she said, like pretty much all but 4 items. So in the 3.5 years I've been here, we've gotten paper towels supplied to us, and I lived in an Oxford house too for 6 weeks before this house, and there was more say in what our rent went to, because the rent, everyone pays rent, it gets pooled, and then the house mortgage is paid, utilities is paid, electricity, internet, etc., and then the rest of the money, or at least a chunk, some of that rest of the money is buy household supplies. And even the last place I went to or was at, they also provided like coffee. They had ground coffee as well as coffee pods, bottled water. So they had like a lot of stuff. And so for the whole time I've been here, this house has provided paper towels, toilet paper, dish soap, dishwasher detergent, laundry soap, dryer sheets, Lysol wipes, Comet, bathroom sprays, hand soap, and probably a few others that I'm forgetting off the top of my head, which I think is reasonable, because it's like, we pay rent, they're partially subsidized, so it's like, makes sense. But apparently they're going to cut us back to like 4 items, and that really pisses me off a lot. Again, I don't know, I'm sorry, like drop a comment below. Do you feel like I'm being entitled? Do you feel like it's reasonable for me to be upset about the situation? And this hasn't happened yet, but it sounds like they have been getting separate funding for the household supplies, and apparently that's dried up or ran out, or at least been greatly reduced, and so that's apparently the reason. But this treatment facility that runs this house, I think they got like new CEO or like new like upper management a year and a half ago or something like that, maybe like 2 years, and they've just been progressively becoming more and more cheapskates like every month. Like, for example, our rent used to be $300, which is like spectacular. That was super great. But they got the management or whatever got replaced, and then that went up to $500. They used to provide cable, that was cut. What else? They used to provide even more household supplies, aluminum foil, plastic baggies, parchment paper, just like a lot of stuff. That got cut. So I wouldn't be surprised too if more things are going to start getting cut. Like, I really hope that they don't reduce like our internet rates, like speeds, because we have a pretty good speed, which makes sense because we have 6 people in the house. So with everyone being on the internet, especially with me streaming, you know, we could really use that internet. But I'm afraid that they're going to cut that, or at least reduce that. But yeah, so it's just, I don't know. It's like we have no say. We have no say. We have no clue where our money's going. It's like, yeah, I recognize that things are becoming more and more expensive in this economy today. But I just don't know. Like, let's just, I feel like it's expensive where I live. It's not super duper expensive, but it has been getting expensive. Let's just say a house mortgage is $2,000. So that leaves $1,000 for utilities, internet, and then household supplies. Let's just say I can not imagine utilities, internet, and electricity being more than $500 a month. So that leaves $500 a month. Where's that going? I think they're supposed to be a nonprofit company too, so I don't really understand this. And so that's the part that pisses me off the most. It's like, yes, the significant reduction in household supplies, yeah, that upsets me. But I'm more upset at the fact of where's the money going? You know? And I feel like a $2,000 a month mortgage is even a little on the high end. So I don't know. I'm going to probably, if they do cut the supplies, I'm going to reach out to the, I guess, I don't know who in my state, like what organization runs or like certifies the recovery houses. But I might reach out to them and see if we have any rights. Maybe not, because, you know, it's different from the Oxford House. But I'm still going to see, because it's like, I would at least like to know where the money's going. That's kind of it. I would love to see that. I'm sure there's like ways that they can reduce cost in a way that doesn't reduce our supply stuff. You know, like, don't buy brand name stuff for our supplies, dude. It's like so frustrating. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about my thoughts and feelings with that. It does feel good to get it out. I really am glad I do these video journals. Yeah, that's kind of all I have to say on the matter, really. It's just, I guess we'll see. It's not, again, it's not set in stone, but she said it's most likely going to happen, and I wouldn't be surprised. It's most likely going to happen. So, which sucks, because it's like, I'm broke, dude. Like, I mean, I guess we can like use towels. Hopefully they'll provide us with towels that we can use. But like, I don't know, I feel like that's gross, because it's like, I'm sure a good chunk of my housemates don't wash their hands properly. So after going to the bathroom, you know, they might wash for a few seconds, or like 5 seconds max. I like to wash for like 15 and like be thorough, because I used to be a nurse. And then they dry their hands on the cloth towel, and then it's like, so there's like germs and poop on there because they didn't wash properly. And then it's like, how am I going to assign, essentially it's going to be another chore now to, I feel like once a week washing is not sufficient. I feel like every few days is. I guess we'll have to talk about that, but who's going to do that? You know, so it's like, I know change, you know, is going to happen in life. I know change is a part of life, and this is one of those changes, and, you know, we'll adapt and overcome the change. But it just doesn't. It's just so fucking frustrating, dude. It doesn't make sense. So I don't know. Like I said, I might reach out and just see if we have any rights, or if I could request. I would love to see where the money's going, because that doesn't make sense. Even if they like weren't getting subsidized, $3,000 a month I feel like is sufficient to cover all of that. Maybe I'm mistaken. I don't know. Maybe the mortgage is like $2,500 and like utilities is and everything's like $600 or something. I feel like that's probably not the case, but who knows? So yeah, let me know what all of your thoughts and feelings are, or perspectives on my situation, especially towards me. I would love some constructive feedback. Let me know if like maybe I am being entitled. I always am open to constructive criticism and trying to be humble and accept feedback. So let me know if you feel like I'm being entitled. Let me know if you think like it is an unfair situation. I would love to read your comments on it. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video just to clear some of that off of my chest, because it stresses me out too, because like I said, now I'm gonna have to buy some household supplies, and I don't know how we're gonna do it. I don't know if we're gonna pool some money, which I can't really contribute to, so I guess I just won't have to use, I'll just have to use my own cloth. I don't know, I'll figure it out. Ugh. Just stressful, dude. Just so unnecessary. You know, it's like no taxation without representation. You know, I feel like we need to maybe have a revolution or something like the colonies did with Britain, United Kingdom. So yeah, I'm gonna end it here. Like, I would love to, like I said, read your comments, and yeah, just give me your perspective. And also, before I go, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it as always. I will see you guys next time.